Hi guys, and welcome back to the first vlog of 2025. I'm so excited for everything that is in store for 2025. I want to start off by saying that I really hope you guys had the most amazing Christmas, holiday, and of course a happy new year. I really do wish you all the absolutely best, all the health, all the prosperity in the world. I truly am so thankful to have every single one of you here. I think in my reflecting, I have become so incredibly grateful for all of you in the community that we built. I know we're a little part of the internet, but I think we're a pretty cool group. And so I just wanted to say thank you. Now, I do want to say thank you for your patience. I know this video came a little bit later than usual, but quite frankly, I have been sick. I'm still sick. If I sound sick, it's because I am. I have not caught a break since like November. I have had like cold after cold. I have just not been able to catch a break whatsoever. So I feel like I'm on the mend. I'm getting a little bit better, and hopefully this will be the last sickness of 2025. But yeah, that's why I sound a little bit sick. But besides that, I've just been working on some really exciting, I guess what would you call it, passion projects behind the scenes that just took a lot of my time and energy and mind energy, and it's just really exciting, which I'll tell you about in a minute. But what I wanted to do was start off this vlog by sharing some of my 2025 intentions. But before I share mine, I want to hear all about yours. So comment down below your 2025 intentions, if you have any. If you don't, if you're like, Sam, I'm perfect, I nailed it in 2024, I'm just gonna keep that into 2025. Or if you're like, Sam, 2024 was rough, I need a full clean the slate, start over in 2025. Let me know. I would love to know. I guess for my 2025 intentions, I thought about this long and hard, and I guess you could say I have kept my intentions rather minimalistic this year. I think this year I just want to focus on being present, and I took a lot of time sort of figuring out what resonated with me in 2024 and what didn't. I think 2024 was a fabulous year. I think there were a lot of successes for me. I worked with so many dream brands I honestly never thought I would get to work with, and it was a year of growth as well. You know, I tackled a lot of challenges, personal challenges for myself, and it ended up being a really fabulous year. There were a few things I didn't succeed in, that being food and working out. I feel like as much as I'm a pretty consistent person, my home cooked meals and my working out was so all over the place. If you were like me, you're not alone. I was a hot mess with my meals. I was ordering in so much out of just being busy and not having the time, or honestly the drive to cook good meals. And that is something that I hope I can give myself the time and just the calm energy to do in 2025. So I guess the first intention is to cook more meals, and not necessarily healthy meals or meals of a certain diet, just feel good meals, because at the end of the day, I think a home cooked meal, regardless of what it is going to be better than anything you can get, you know, from a restaurant or a fast food place or ordering in. And so I think my goal this year is to just enjoy cooking and cooking different meals. And this is something that Jack has said he really wants to do, is to cook meals of all different types of cuisines. And I'm totally on board, because you guys know I love having foods from all around the world, and so I'm like, yes, that is right up my alley. And I think the hard part with that is obviously ensuring that they're authentic. It's so much easier to go to like an authentic, you know, Japanese restaurant or Korean restaurant, and you know you're getting sort of pretty authentic food with authentic recipes. So that is one thing that I'm really striving to do, is to just fall back in love with cooking and allowing myself to do that. With that, I guess the rest of my intentions that fall into that category would just be really analyzing the things that bring me joy. And for me, those are things like art and painting and reading. I really fell in love with Pilates this year, but bringing back yoga as well. I think when I looked at all the things that, you know, really sparked joy in me last year, those were all things. And I think it takes time to ensure that you can carve out time out of your day and prioritize yourself to do those things. And I think that priority obviously gets a little bit harder when you have other things in your life, like kids and a husband or a wife, and you know, I think all of that stuff takes away from you being able to do that, or a job, a career, right? So I think for me is ensuring that regardless of my situation or where I am, I can take out a few bits of my day to give those moments to myself, whether it be a yoga class or, you know, an hour to paint or to draw. I think all of those things are really important. And anyways, I mean, if you think about the conversation of women not having hobbies and men having hobbies, I think this is such a fascinating thing. You know, so many men have hobbies like hockey and golf, and you know, they're going out with their buddies for the basketball game, and women tend to not have as many hobbies because we are ruling the roost, okay? And so I think I have noticed that even within myself. I'm like, okay, well, I work, but what are my other hobbies? And so I really want to ensure that this year I find those hobbies, even if it's something I've never tried before, which is something that leads me into my next intention: trying new things. I think this is a really fun one. I am not a very adventurous person. I'm not. And if you're not, I'm right there with you, okay? I am a creature of habit. I like to know exactly what I'm gonna get. I like to sit at the exact same spot. I like to go to the same places. And it's not because I'm not adventurous. This is my excuse. It's not because I'm not adventurous. I just don't like to be disappointed, okay? Like, if I like a specific coffee and I get it every single time, I'm not gonna be disappointed. But if I'm adventurous and I try something new, well, I may not like it, and then I'm stuck with a coffee I don't like. Do you know what I mean? Makes sense in my mind. But I'm going to try and be much more adventurous in 2025 and just try new things, a lot of new things. And that is just an intention that I think, I mean, will go across the board. I'm pretty good with trying new foods. That is the one place where I'm super adventurous, but with other things, not so much. So that is an intention, being more adventurous and trying new things. I'm really, really just hoping I can stay in that mindset. And the last sort of, I guess, intention, goal has sort of already come to fruition, because it has been something that honestly has been on my mind for the last couple years, and I started bringing it to life at the end of 2024, and it is now up and running yet again, and that is my blog. So as most of you may know, but maybe not all, I did not start on here on YouTube or even on Instagram or TikTok. I actually started on a blog. Yes, a website, an old school blog. Makes sense. I'm young, but I'm like an old lady at heart, okay? So I started with a blog because I just wanted a place where I could share my thoughts about not just fashion, but literally about everything. Beauty and skincare and life. I mean, I was so young back then. I didn't really have a home, I guess, to talk about home stuff. Isn't that funny? Life changes so much. Now I do. And so I have decided to relaunch my blog. And so as of today, you will be able to use the blog. You will be able to read blog posts I write about, but I have created a space where you can not only, you know, go find my links for fashion, but it'll be a space where you can shop all of my skincare, my makeup, my prints, my wall art, my frames. Everything that I've talked about will hopefully be on there in some way, shape, or form. And I just wanted that place to be mine. I think, you know, we had a scary moment, I think it was last year, where all of the social media, well, it wasn't all social media, it was Instagram, completely shut down. And for me, that was a really rude awakening, because it was like, you know what, I don't own any of these platforms. And I realized I just wanted a place that I could call my own, that I could completely control from top to bottom. I could say what I wanted, write with no limit, no word limit, no character limit whatsoever. I could just write everything I wanted. And that is what I have done. I have relaunched my blog. I have poured all of my love into it. So definitely check that out. I will leave that somewhere up here on the screen, as well as in the description box. But yeah, essentially that'll be a really great place if you're ever looking for links. All of them will be there. That is going to be sort of the new hub for everything. And of course, I will be writing blog posts here and there as I get ideas. You guys send me ideas your way, and it'll be just a different place for us to chat and hang out. Hopefully a nice, wholesome place. And so that was one of my biggest intentions for 2025, and I've already tackled it. I'm so excited to have that up and running, and I think it'll just be a really cool space to, you know, live on and enjoy. I will of course still be on all the platforms, but that is just an additional one that we will get to hang out on. So yeah, I'm so excited. But anyways, those are all my intentions for 2025. I'm trying to see if I forgot one, and I don't think so, but yes. Anyways, and don't forget to leave me your intentions down below, because I feel like just listening to other people's intentions kind of inspires you a little bit, right? Aside from intentions, there is one other thing I do at the start of every single year that signals the start of a new year for me, and that is refreshing my agenda. I have been a planner junkie since I was in like middle school, maybe. I have been using planners ever since I can remember. And I remember back in like high school, I really wanted the Erin Condren planner. Okay, comment down below if you were in that era. But I really wanted it. Obviously it was really expensive, and so I ended up buying like a similar style customizable planner from Michaels, and I ended up doing it myself. I had all like the washi tape and the stickers and the highlighters and the pens. I would customize like every month had a different spread. I was into it. Now, mind you, my planner has been simplified a lot since then, but I have not lost my love for an agenda and a planner. I am still very much a pen and paper gal. I mean, I have Google like Calendar because work, I have to, but I don't like it. It doesn't work for me. So I still very much write everything pen and paper on an old school agenda. And so I thought there was no better way to start this vlog than to sit down and show you how I organize, refresh, and use my agenda. Obviously this is my Louis Vuitton, which is my baby, but I thought that would be a really fun way to show you what I use, all my inserts, how I organize it, how I use it, and what my agenda will essentially look like for 2025. I'm gonna go grab everything I need and we can sit down and organize our agendas. If you have your agenda and you want to sit down and do this together, let's do it. Go grab your agenda, let's organize it all, it'll be so much fun. So let's start with my new planner inserts, which I'm so excited about. The place that I buy my planner inserts for my A5 size agenda, so this is the 6-ring punch from Louis Vuitton, but obviously you can buy other planner inserts. In fact, this brand that I'm going to tell you about, you can buy planners from them, and they have some beautiful, beautiful planners. Another brand that I love is Filofax. One of my first like sort of refillable agendas was from Filofax, and absolutely love it. These are the inserts that I get, and they come like this, and the brand is called Cloth and Paper. They sell everything from like stationery, like I just said, agendas. They also sell planner inserts for, I want to say, pretty much every size available. Like if you have like a personal agenda, an A5, whatever agenda size you have, you can most likely find planner inserts from this brand. What I like about them is that the quality of the paper is really, really beautiful. It's nice and thick, so it's not like thin and flimsy, and it's, you know, your pen is going to bleed through. None of that. The quality of the ink on like the print on the paper is nice and vibrant, so you're going to be able to see it. It's not like cheap or anything. Mind you, these aren't cheap, but it's something that brings me a lot of joy to my life. So it is something that I invest in every year. And of course I invested in this however many years ago. It still looks brand new. Absolutely love it. So if you are someone that's like, Sam, I want to just get into like planning and just organizing my life, having a space for a little bit of everything, I honestly could not recommend, first of all, this planner enough. But if this is not your style, find something that, you know, you want to reach for every single day. Like I mentioned, Filofax has some fabulous agendas that, and just, they come in every different color, okay? If you want to wake up to a beautiful bright red agenda, and that's going to get you excited to write down, whether you're journaling or planning, or just you're like, Sam, I have 5 kids and I need to get things organized, hopefully you can find something that, you know, brings you joy. Every year I purchase a few things from Cloth and Paper. The first obviously being the inserts, which I will show you what those look like in a second. And the second and third, sometimes fourth thing, is sticky notes. They have some of the most beautiful sticky notes I have ever seen in some of the most beautiful colors. So this year I wanted to go for all the earthy tones like greens. So I went for this one right here. This is called the Tab Sticky Notes in the shade Fawn. As you can see, they kind of look like little folders, but one of them is sort of transparent and one of them is a like opaque sort of matte look. And honestly, could not recommend their sticky notes enough. I actually have previously owned these little square flags. They're sort of like a see-through, how do I show you? Yeah, they're sort of like a see-through page flag, but again, the colors that they come in are so beautiful. Like, yes, you can buy inexpensive ones at the dollar store, but like, you know, the neon greens and the yellows and the pinks, you're like, oof, it's a little bit of an eyesore. So I really love that they come in beautiful colors, whether you're like a pink girl or a neutral girl, they have colors available. But this year I went with these sort of bigger sticky notes because I noticed myself writing a lot of sort of notes on top of my agenda. And so I wanted a space that I could just move a sticky note, you know, if I want to plan out content for that week, or I want to write a quick grocery list. I have sticky notes to do that. And they also double as a little page flag, so I could stick it up at the top and write groceries, and I know exactly where my grocery list is for that week. The other thing that I bought, what are these called? These are, oh, there's no name on them, one sec. And also their packaging is so beautiful. Oh, so much attention to detail. So these are the library page flags. And I went with Palette Volume 1. So as you can see, I've got like a beautiful green, sort of that matches the other ones. A like khaki beige color, and then like a brick red color. Again, the colors of everything is so beautiful, and the quality of these is so beautiful. I'll show you what these look like. They look like that. You can just stick it on a page. If you're, say, a university student, you're, you know, in med school, whatever, these are great little sticky notes if you just want to make your things look a little bit more beautiful. Could not recommend these enough. Every year with my inserts, I make sure I restock on some sticky notes. Every year I do something a little bit different, just being mindful of what I used and didn't use the year before. And last year I felt like I missed some of these bigger sticky notes. So that's what I got. Okay, but now let's get into planner inserts. Like I said, mine is A5. And I am someone that likes, first of all, a monthly view of my year, and as well, I like to do the week on 2 pages. So I like to open up my planner and have all of my pages. What I like to do before putting this in my agenda is taking out all of my inserts. Now these inserts I bought when I first got my agenda, and they have stood the test of time. These are sort of like dividers that I bought also from Cloth and Paper, and they have the gold writing on the side. These are all like January to December. They are so beautiful. They're clear, so you can kind of see what's on the other side of them. And again, this is the type of thing that's kind of like a one-time buy, so I didn't mind investing in these. I didn't want paper because I knew that paper would like rip over time, and so I just went with these clear ones. But Cloth and Paper has so many like fabulous inserts that you can find. Again, I wanted the gold because the hardware on my agenda was gold. What I like to do is that I only like to put 6 months, maybe less than that, in my agenda at a time, because if not, my agenda gets very, very chunky and just annoying to carry around. So what I like to do is I like to take the first 4 or 5 months, so we're gonna go up to May, and at the very beginning of my planner I'm gonna put in my, I don't know what you call these, like the cover boards. I have a couple. This one says resilience on it. This one says everything negative pressure challenges is all an opportunity for me to rise. I like having some like motivational quotes. I think it makes it feel, I don't know, again, a little bit more positive when you're using your agenda every day. So that is always at the front of my agenda. And then we're gonna put in our January tab. And now from here on, you're just gonna start separating every month and putting days in there. Something I love about these inserts is that when you are separating them, you can really easily tell the start and end of every month, because at the beginning of every month, you will typically have a page like this. Every year looks a little bit different. Cloth and Paper changes it up, but this year it looks like this, and you have a word of the month. This year for February, it is love, as well as a person that starts with the same letter as that month. So this month for February, it is Frida Kahlo, and it gives you some little blurbs. Anyways, it's just lovely, but it's also a really easy way to tell when the month starts and ends. So we're gonna do that, put the February divider in, and just keep doing that for the rest of the months. And then what I do is I will typically leave my leftover planner inserts in this little pouch. And when June approaches, I will grab my planner inserts and do the same process all over again and have a fresh planner for the second half of the year. Here we've got my agenda, we've got my sticky notes up there, so let's go through it. So here we've got my little cover boards. We've got 2 of those. And then right here we get into the start of the insert. So every insert will have something like this, which will be the overview of the entire year, so a little year at a glance. And then we get into all the months. So let's go look at February. So here we have, like I mentioned, you have a little blurb on Frida Kahlo that tells you that it's the start of February. And then here we are gonna have some some goals, important dates, priorities, dates, categories, checklist. This is what I love about this particular insert. I will link the exact one that I bought because it just really works for me. I really love it. There's so many different layouts, like you can truly find a layout that works for you. This one just really works for me. You've got the month in view, which I really utilize this. I love it. I like pen and paper. Some notes section, which I really utilize for work meetings. And then here we have the actual agenda, which obviously cloth and paper has so many different styles, but this is the one that works for me. This one here is a week on 2 pages with a Monday start. I prefer a Monday start. I've always liked a Monday start if I have a choice. And then what I like here is that it's got sort of 2 sections for each day. I really like this because I can separate, say, work and personal life, or work and school and personal life. So typically I pick one side to be for one thing and the other for another. It just makes it really easy to understand. You've got some space for some notes here, some grocery lists. I love utilizing this area, and this is where I would grab, say, my sticky notes and make some notes regarding my, say, groceries or stuff like that, and I can just write stuff down. I use a Muji pen and I just write anything down. You can obviously also stick it down here and use it as a little page flag and also write things. Just really helpful for making any like extra notes and stuff. And that's pretty much it. Every month will be exactly like that. And yeah, I just love it. Now, the other thing I like to do for my agenda is use these little sticky page flags. Like I mentioned, these are the ones I was using before, the square flags in the color Moscow. But this time around, I'm gonna get these because I do like to sort of point out which week I am so I can easily flip to it. So I'm gonna put this up here. I went with that beautiful burgundy color because it's so lovely. And now whenever I close my agenda, I can easily flip to the page that I need to go to. I have used sort of like the little bookmark things that flip in here, but I find it really annoying because you have to constantly flip it back and forth. And now we have this little section here. This is sort of my carryover from 2024 into 2025. Every year I have some pages that will carry over, as you can see here. These are all personal notes. I've got some personal, academics, some, I don't know what that is, but this will carry over into 2025, and every year I have some bits that carry over and are just important notes. It's more of like the journal section of my agenda, I guess you could say, and that will carry over. So let me put it in and then I can show you what's in here. At least I'll try my best to show you what's in here. In here, the first section that we have is just plain note paper. This is sort of, like I mentioned, more like my journal section of my agenda. This is where I take any meeting notes, I write grocery lists, to-do lists. I love using this part of my agenda. And these ones here that are like a beautiful sort of yellowy paper, which I wish all of the papers were this color. These ones are actually from Amazon, I believe. I bought them years ago. I don't even know if they're available anymore, but yeah, I do wish the cloth and paper ones were sort of that off-white color. I just feel like it matches the brown of the agenda better. But anyways, that's in there. I do also have some plain white cloth and paper note-taking paper. This one has some really cool like little sections here. This is another section of sort of this front carry-on area. This is another insert sort of from cloth and paper. Now you can buy agendas from cloth and paper, but you can also buy little inserts like this, which are super customizable. This is sort of like a weekly admin. It is not dated, which means I can use it for whatever week. There's some weeks that are just busier than others, so I do need to just have a secondary tracking of everything, and so that is when I like to bring these into play. But if you don't like this, they have like budget planners, they have academic planners. I want to say they even have teacher planners, which is really cool. But this one's really awesome. Again, you have your tasks, your focuses for the week, just a little overview of the entire week. You can put the date up here. It's just really awesome. And that is the front sort of like journal section of my agenda. And there you go. And then to organize everything, I am going to put my note flaps in here. These little guys are gonna go back here. I have a little other notepad in here for taking notes. If you're curious what's back here, I have some sort of like mementos. So I have some letters, some plane tickets, and I do keep 2 photos in here. I have this really funny one from when Jack and I went to New York together. Look at how beautiful our faces look. That is fresh out of the Valmont facial in New York at the car lot. while. It is absolutely amazing. And then I have this really, really beautiful photo of mom, dad, and I. This was in Venezuela. So these are just 2 photos I keep in my agenda. I've had this forever. This photo has carried on from agenda to agenda since I was in like high school, and I still keep it with me. So that stays in there. Back here, I have some other little notes. I can't remember where I got these. I don't use them as often, but again, another little sort of weekly overview. These are sticky notes, so I can just stick them on a page if I want to. I've got some random business cards in there. And then some other little mementos back here. I don't declutter everything. I mean, this is my personal agenda, so I do like to keep some emotional, sentimental things in here, but that is my agenda. Like I mentioned, I use a Muji pen. I've never really found a pen that I love, but if you have one that you love, share it with me because I'd love to upgrade mine. This one is kind of underwhelming. And then for highlighters, I do want to highlight these guys because I do love to color code, especially during busy times of the years. My favorites have always been mild liner. I've been using these for years. I really like the pack that has like all the neutral colors, like the browns and the grays, but I do sometimes have a little colorful moment. I have this purple one here with me. So these are the ones I'm using at the moment. And again, sometimes I like to color code things, you know, between school and work and personal life. Just gives me a quick overview of what is happening in life without necessarily having to read. I could just know by the color. So that's another thing I use to stay organized, but that is my agenda. Oh, and I totally missed mentioning, but the remaining dividers I will just put at the back of my agenda. That way they'll be there for when I need them. There you go. Just took a little closer up of that. They have all the dates in gold. Super lovely. And there you go. Perfect. Hello everyone. I actually have to go to class. I know some of you were asking me, which I'll be doing Q&A next week on Wednesday, so stay tuned. But I am still in school. I am slowly but slowly working away at getting all of the credits that I need. At this point, I'm in no rush, but I am still very much working away that, and I actually have to leave for class very shortly, but I'm gonna eat before I go to class because last week my stomach was growling and I was mortified, okay? It sounded like there was a whale inside my stomach, and the only reason I didn't eat is because I was working right before class and I like dashed off. I literally had to Uber to class. I was so late. I didn't arrive late, but I was like, I didn't have time to eat, and anyways, not again. So I'm gonna warm up some food. Thankfully, my lovely Jack cooked some delicious chickpea chana masala with, it looks like, some turmeric rice, and this is gonna be my lunch for me. So he is saving the day because otherwise I literally would have had no food to eat. Oh my god. Oh, he said it was a little spicy. It looks so good. I'm gonna have to send him a picture. He said it was a little spicy, so maybe I'll have to add something to make it less spicy. I don't know. Oh my god. He's literally the best. What a sweetheart. Okay. Let's warm this up. That might be like way too much food, but I guess I can just put it back in the fridge. I don't know. Poppy is one of my absolute favorite drinks. I've never been one to like pop just because it's fizzy. I don't love fizzy drinks, but Poppy I find is like not overly fizzy, and their drinks, obviously, I think they only have like 5 grams of sugar, which is much better than like the typical 34 grams. But this is a flavor I have yet to try yet. This is the strawberry lemon. My favorite is the cherry lime and the orange. Oh, and the Dog Pop. Yeah, because I love Dr. Pepper. But I haven't tried this one yet, so let's grab some ice. Oh my god, this literally smells like it could be from like a restaurant. Oh, it smells so good. So hungry. All right. Okay, first taste test. Oh my goodness. Okay. There's definitely some heat, but I love it. Oh my god, this rice too. Oh my goodness. I have to text Josh, this is so good. I'm gonna send him a picture. It's so yummy. Oh, literally so good. Okay, I'm gonna sit down and eat this. Oh, also, okay, let's taste test our strawberry lemon. Kind of tastes like a candy. It's not as sweet as the other ones. It's quite nice. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, it's not my favorite, but it's not my least favorite. It's somewhere in the middle. It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. It tastes like a Starburst. Like the pink Starburst. That's what it tastes like. Okay, I'm gonna sit and eat before I have to leave for class. I also still have to pack up my stuff and yeah. I'm just walking to class now and it is the snowiest day ever. Thankfully I wore my super puff because it is quite cold. I think it's like -5. But yeah, this is what I'm up to today. Got home from class and wow, it is snowy out there. Like there's literally still snow on my hat, but let's get into something nice and cozy so we can spend the rest of the evening together. Whew. I got quite hot very quickly as I walked in the building. So I ordered a few things off of ARITZIA the other day because they were having some really good sales. And one of the things that I picked up is another pair, I know, don't make fun of me, of the Lodge pants. These have become sort of like my elevated loungewear, sort of when I want to be casual but still comfy. These have become my favorite. I wear my black ones all the time. I don't wear my green ones quite as much, but now that I'm looking at the sweater, I feel like they match perfectly. Anyways, I went ahead and got them in white because how elegant would an all white outfit look, which is exactly what I'm gonna wear right now. So I'm gonna put all this on and then show you the full outfit and my new pants. I've changed into my new pants and also I put this really cute little cashmere t-shirt from Lily Silk. I'm also gonna put on a cardigan if I get cold. These are the Lodge pants in the white and they are so beautiful. Obviously, they're the exact same as the black. I just love how like elevated they look, but they're still super comfy. And my trick to wearing these out is if you cover the waistband with say like an oversized sweater, they don't look as casual because from the bottom, they just look like regular trousers and the fabric is actually the same as some other trousers at ARITZIA. The only difference is the comfy waistband. So there you go. Anyways, oh, the other thing I got, where did it go? This was on sale at ARITZIA for like $120. It is a 100% cashmere cardigan. These would easily cost you around like $400 elsewhere. So I ended up picking it up and I'm hoping that I don't regret my choice, but I only got it in the black. The like khaki, not khaki, like beige stone color was also available and on sale and I didn't get it. I only got the black because I couldn't envision myself wearing it with any of my pieces, and that's usually my rule of thumb. If when you're buying something you can't immediately think of like 3 items in your wardrobe that you could wear it with, it's probably not a good piece to buy. And I did that and I couldn't think of anything and so I didn't buy it. Anyways, this is the cardigan. Super lovely. It is so soft. Oh, it's slouchy. It's got a nice sort of like folded over detail. I absolutely love it. If it's still available, I will link it down below. If not, I'm so sorry. I think they might have other colors available, unfortunately, at full price, or you can check in store. But this is what I ended up getting at ARITZIA. I am just going to sit down here for a bit, do some editing, work on my blog, respond to comments. I'm just really excited about everything right now, and I'm just gonna get to work, and then maybe I'll have some soup for dinner tonight. I'm really sad because there's no more of that chana masala that Jack made and it was so good. I could definitely have that for dinner if I had more, but I devoured the whole thing. I was so hungry. I was sitting down doing some work, getting a little bit hungry, so I'm gonna warm up some pasta that Jack and I made with some homemade pesto. This is the fresh pasta from Italy and it is my favorite. I want to say this is called the Radiatore. It is my favorite pasta. We get it all the time. It's not the cheapest, but it's like a little treat. I absolutely love it. It's the best and it cooks in like 2 minutes because, well, it's fresh pasta. So good. So I'm gonna do a little bit of that, warm that up, and then I'll put some pesto on it. Pasta is ready. I'm gonna go sit back on my little corner and have this and then get some more work done. Good evening, everyone. I look a little bit crazy. I ended up doing a little bit of a Pilates at home, and then I sat and did some reading on the couch, and I totally lost track of time, but I should now be getting ready for bed. So I thought I'd bring you in here because I actually have some cool products. Oh my god, don't mind my crazy hair. But I got some fun products in the mail recently, and I want to try them out with you tonight because I feel like they'd be fun to try out. But essentially I got a bunch of Tatcha products. I guess I got on their PR list somehow, and it's actually a brand I've never tried. So I got their lip balm. This is the Kissu lip balm, the rice wash, the luminous dewy skin mist, which I'm gonna admit I immediately tried it when I got it and I love it. It's so refreshing, so hydrating. And it says here to do 2 to 3 spritzes onto the face for a boost of hydration and glow under or over makeup. So you can use it just on bare skin or over top of makeup. And then of course I got the classic dewy skin cream. I'm very excited to try these out tonight. I'm about to go hop in the shower. I'll try the face wash in the shower and update you on that. I also, this is not PR, I bought this today on the way home. This is the Josie Maran body scrub in the Bohemian Fig scent, which you guys know I'm obsessed with their body butter, but they recently sent me a travel size version of this in the mail, and I essentially was going to visit my parents for the weekend, so I brought the little travel size with me, and I was like, well, let me try it in the shower whilst I'm there. Sold. It is so good. The best way I can describe this, obviously this is a scrub, so it's a body exfoliator. This literally makes your skin feel like you are somehow rubbing moisturizer on your skin in the shower. You literally come out feeling like a layer of like moisturizer oil over your skin. Your skin is so hydrated, it's glowy. Like, I've never tried anything like it before, but looking at the ingredients, it does have a soybean oil in it. So I'm assuming that that's what gives it that like sort of hydrated feel. But as you guys know, I have super dry skin, and this is like my fatal flaw. I love to shower with hot water. I'm like, if not, I'm cold in the water. Like, I would literally have goosebumps in the shower if I'm not showering with hot water. I know it's terrible. Don't come at me. Don't yell at me. I know, but I love a hot shower. Anyways, so I feel like the oil counteracts my hot showers. I don't know, but it essentially makes my skin feel so hydrated. Literally, try it. It is so good. I'm obsessed. I'm hooked. I even made my mom try this and she fell in love with it. So I bought the refill. I decided not to get the container that like the body lotion comes in, just because I don't love those like screw containers in the shower, because I feel like water gets in the product. I don't know, I have something about it. So I actually thought this packaging was better for the shower because it doesn't get contaminated. Like, you can just squeeze it out exactly how much you want on your hand, close it back up, no water gets in there. It's not going to dry out or anything like that. So that's why I actually decided to get this instead of like the glass container, even though that's obviously prettier. This to me just felt more functional and technically a better price because you're getting more for the price. Anyways, I'm gonna go shower now. I'm gonna stop talking and procrastinating, and then I'll come back and we can do our skincare together. So I'll be right back. I am back with a fresh face, and oh my goodness, that Josie Maran body scrub, I'm telling you, you come out of the shower and it feels like you just put like body oil all over yourself in the shower. It's amazing, literally amazing. But I did wash my face with this face wash, and I really wanted to give it a good test. So I actually did not use my typical oil cleanser. I did double cleanse with this, and I absolutely love it. My skin feels so clean. It was really gentle. The only thing I did notice is that it kind of made my eyes a little bit foggy because I did try to take my mascara off with it. I don't love when face cleansers do that, but I mean, not a big deal. Other than that, the product itself was absolutely fabulous. I'm gonna have to keep using it to give you my long-term opinions on it, but so far I quite like it. It's very nice. It doesn't have a strong scent, feels very gentle, but cleanses really, really well. I just went in with a little bit of my Caudalie serum, and I was gonna go in with my resveratrol Caudalie serum, but I feel like I might, still had a little bit left in there. I'm almost out of that though, might need a new one. I had a little bit of a shower thought. Let me know what you think about it. But what if I started doing a monthly blog post called, say, the January review or the February review? Every month will be a review, and in that blog post will be essentially a wrap up of every single product I have tried that month and my review on it. What I thought about it, what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it. I can even give it like a scale out of 1 to 10, but also not just a like goodness scale, but an outstanding scale, because there's a lot of good products out there. Yeah, like there's no other way to say that. There's a lot of fabulous products out there. But I feel like whether or not they stand out, that's a totally different conversation, right? Whether it does something super unique or it just made my skin feel extra amazing, something like that. Anyways, I'm going with a little bit of this Tatcha Kiss You lip mask. Let's see, should I put it on my lips? I don't know, I'm just gonna do it. It's mine, I guess. Wow. I instantly love that. It's got a nice shine. It's not sticky. It's not too heavy on the lips. Okay. We're off to a strong start. No negative opinions yet. Mind you, these are all my first impressions, so we'll have to see how I get on with these products after a little while. Now, I tried to search up a little bit on Sephora. I'm still not sure if this is sort of like a makeup product or a skincare product. It kept mentioning like before, after makeup, so I don't know if there's a whole lot of skincare properties in here, but I'm gonna use it before my moisturizer because my skin is feeling very dry. It is very lovely and it does feel very hydrating. Now we're gonna go with the infamous Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. Let's see what the hype is all about. I've never tried this before. We're starting off with what's on the lid. We gotta use this first and then this. A little bit on the cheeks, forehead, and the chin. A little bit more for good luck. I don't know. Okay, first impressions, instantly hydrating. It reminds me of my Drunk Elephant water facial, like the one with the blue lid. Instantly feels like it is like quenching my face with hydration. I mean, my skin looks lovely. I'm gonna put a little bit more on just in my cheeks because my skin is feeling very dry. Okay, a little bit more of the mist. And I'm just going in with a little bit of my Shiseido eye cream because I don't have anything from Tatcha. Okay. Quite honestly, I have no negative first impressions. I mean, I think all the products felt very, very beautiful on the skin, very hydrating, very gentle. None of them really had a scent, which I feel like if that's what you're looking for. They were very, very gentle on the skin. But anyways, I guess I'm gonna have to keep trying these out and keep you updated. But so far, I'm honestly really impressed. They feel very beautiful on the skin. Like my skin feels very hydrated, very even. I really like it. I think I really like it. Anyways, I'm gonna finish up my skincare with a little bit of my favorite Caudalie fragrance. This is the Thé Divine. It just smells super light. It is such a beautiful bedtime fragrance. You guys know I love my bedtime fragrances, and that one is so good. Let's go get my bedroom all ready for bedtime because I'm gonna put jammies on and get cuddled into bed and read my new book, which I'm so very excited about.